Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you very much for listening to this YouTube channel. May 8th, Monday, our market dropped 84.92 points or down 1.27% to close at 6,600.74. Value turnover is at 5 billion pesos. No? So actually we were up the whole day, but selling pressures accelerated towards the close. No? Following a stronger US market. So investors also digested earnings report from ICT, JGS, and Megawide. And yun nga, we need to factor in that BSP is also looking for a possible rate cut this second half of the year. no? So finally, after successive rate hikes, they're looking at rate cut naman. Pero it doesn't happen overnight, no? Uh, Most likely rate pause tapos rate cut na yan. No? But baka next year pa yan, no? As inflation finally peak. Hopefully, no? Mukha naman. Diba? So, the problem with inflation is not really the money supply, but more of uh, kulang sa output, no? Especially with our agricultural products. Anyway, converge, no? Hopefully, form a double bottom. No? So, it's up 1.71%. URC is also up. MPI is also up. No? So it's just MPI is just consolidating, just waiting for MPI to submit their intention to do a tender offer. No? Their previous report kasi, their previous announcement is just they just want to do a tender offer pero wala talagang formal announcement. No? So they're not looking to increase and they're not looking to uh, no? So they're also waiting for the fair valuation report. No? Of course, that independent valuation report no, will indicate ang daming methods na ginawa doon. Book value, DCF, discounted cash flow, net asset value. And it looks like ang gagamitin nila doon is they're offering tender offer at a premium versus the 12-month VWAP. No? So anyway, SMC no, will do a their food unit, food and beverage will also do a briefing, joint briefing na sila, investor analyst briefing. But in today's news, no, FP or San Miguel Food and Beverage, no, they will be ramping up their buying program for their corn, no. So yes, yung mais, no. So Ramon ang started this good service nung pandemic. At least yung mga farmers natin, they are guaranteed a buyer for their farm produce. Unlike before, no, tatanim-tanim sila tapos ilolobol sila no pag harvest season. At least in this program, may sure buyer na. No? So San Miguel is ramping up at least to purchase more than 1.3 million metric tons from farmers nationwide. No? So anyway, Globe finally inks another tower sale and leaseback deal, no, for around 447 towers. No? So at least the tower sale, no, mabigat sa libro kasi ito eh, no. So at least they were able to raise money and sell this 447 towers to an Aboitiz back company which is Unity Digital Infrastructure for around 5.4 billion. No? So for Globe naman, it's a win-win solution for them. No? Kasi it's a depreciating asset eh. No? So, isang tower, ilan ba yung lease life niyan? No? So, around 15 years eh. Pero minsan, some telcos, they try to maximize. No? Nilalagay nila 20. No? But, this is also the reason why if you check also the FS of PLDT, yung mga one-time transaction sila, no, depreciating asset. No? SM Prime no, posted a net income of 9.4 billion the first quarter of the year, which is 27% higher year on year on the back of 20% growth in consolidated revenues. No? FYI lang. No? Ali is also the biggest loser right now, no, dropping. No? So it looks like some funds started rebalancing ahead of their official MSCI announcement. No? So we're just waiting for the official announcement. I'll check my calendar kailan ba yung announcement and implementation. No? ICT net income jumped by 9% year on year to around $154 million in first quarter, primarily to higher operating income. No? So this is one of those stocks na who benefited from uh, the opening of the economy, no? Especially sa global scale. No? JGS also rebounded in the first quarter of the year as their core net income jumped to around 4.4 billion on the back of the top line, no? Growing to 28% year on year to around 82.3 billion. Megawide finally is a turnaround company after generating a net income of around 2.8 billion last year, reversing its net losses in 2021. Remember, nung pandemic, naka-halt yung mga construction activities. Kaya nga, may mga court cases against Megawide and their partners or their contractors, di ba? Kasi they weren't able to deliver eh. And for Megawide naman, they cannot construct, lockdown eh. Tapos yung iba naman, yung mga customers nila, they cannot pay. So, it's a matter of interpretation ng law, no? How, sino yung magi-give way, no? I think there's some cases against Megawide and Araneta Group, no? Especially yung sa Gateway. PS Pack net income also grew 10% year on year to around 976 million in the first quarter, no? So, this is because of their expansion in the consumer loan portfolio. MPI also announced that they finally consummated their 2 billion acquisition in Espinik at 1 peso and 25 centavos. No? And their and MVP is looking to increase his stake in Espinik, no, by purchasing up to 19 billion shares, no, which is a mix of primary and secondary shares. But what is surprising to me is if you check the disclosure, Espinik will be infusing or at least do a share swap at par value, no, or 10 centavos, no, which is a far off from their previous disclosure na 2 pesos and 50 centavos, no. This is for the reason, sabi nila, uh, for efficiency purposes, no? But let's see, no. uh, it's a good and bad news here. The bad news here, of course, it created an overhang, no, that 1 peso and 25 centavos, no. Syempre the investors will 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 realize, oh, doon na pala yung purchase price ni Manny Pangilinan. Why are we buying at a premium? No? And for solid SPNEC holders, sasabihin nila, this is a long way to go, no? As no, Leandro Leviste was able to get an anchor investor for his projects. No? So dalawang side always yan. No? Fgen is finally up today, no? So remember, we were discussing Fgen before. Sabi ko, it's always undervalued, and finally it woke up, no? So let's see if there will be another play here, no? Previously, KKR or Kohlberg, no, one of the biggest PE funds in the world, no, is very interested in the Philippine economy. That they're bullish. No? They bought Fgen twice na, no, tender offer. No? The first one was 2020 and 2021 yung second niya. No? And finally, nabuhay rin to. No? So right now, it's 11% public float. No? So it can be easily privatized and it's very cheap right now. No? So as the world goes green, no? Let's see if that's the trend KKR wants for Fgen. And KKR is being represented also in Fgen's board of directors, no? Or even board of advisors. No? So yan, kay Piki Lopez. No? EI is also one of the top gainers, no? Trading at a new 52-week high. Uh, I think 2 weeks ago or last week yata, no? So the Romualdez Group bought a big block, 20% stake in EI for 6 pesos. So it's now 52 week high. So expect market to trade sideways na lang, no? There's nothing going on in the market, but second liner started moving and people will ask, no, what's going on like this, like that, no? DNL lowered its capex for the year as its new Batangas plant nears completion, no? Just FYI. No? So GMA partnered with Jungo Pinoy for mobile streaming of their international channels, no? So but their earnings are also down, no? Converge is still open to a partnership with Starlink, by the way, no? So in a surprise trading activity, they acquired Matt Nieto from Rain or Shine, no? So for 2 second rounder picks, no? Good pick talaga si Coach Ayo. But anyway, Converge, sabi nila, no, they're still open for a partnership with Starlink for the installation of satellite connectivity in unserved areas. Right now, I think Starlink partnered with a private group, no? SM naman, which is owned by SM Group. Let's see if there will be how SM Group will roll out the Starlink plans. Semirara is open to pursuing plans to develop their 700 megawatt coal-fired power plant, no, as they further growth its power generation business. Sabi naman nila, no, the other players are focused on renewables, but sila naman, you cannot just ignore coal, no? You cannot just completely remove coal from the picture. Hindi naman pwede biglang bukas we all go to renewable, no? It's a transition that it will take time. No? ASEN, no? Brought in another 312 million special purpose vehicle to fund the development of their 133 megawatt direct current Cagayan North solar power plant project. So they're also eyeing expansion outside the country as they invest more in overseas projects. Uh, Anyway, our passcode for today is SPNE. No? So it's now range trading for now. No? Still waiting for that increase in authorized capital stock. So peso closed at 55.30. By the way, no, congratulations to Manny Pangilinan as he assumes he will succeed the as president and CEO of the country's largest, biggest power utility, Meralco. No, so it only makes sense na he will be the biggest shareholder of Espinec. No? So at least by doing that, may ano na, no? Supplier and contract na sila, no? So Espinec will be supplying Meralco, no? Supply agreement. Basa tayo ng mga comments natin. So yung mga questions natin, we don't answer them until we reach 100,000 subscribers, no? So keep sharing, no? Thank you sa mga no skip ads, no? Cesar Chen, ito, ano? I'll check the MSCI calendar, no? So yung mga Elber Pass, ano, yung mga clues, no? Actually, if you read naman what we're discussing, you have an idea what we're buying naman, no? We don't I don't want to use this channel to hype stocks, no? Yun yung misconception kasi, no? So ako naman, I can sit, no? It's a matter of risk appetite lang naman, no? Swerte pagkabili natin lumilipad the following week, no? But there are times kasi yung iba nga, 2-3 months ko na hawak, di pa rin gumagana, nainis na nga ako, eh, no? Mahirap, no? So it's a really, but you can figure out, no? Or what I'm buying by, kung saan pupunta yung discussion natin, no? Gilbert Travisan, pag sinabi upside kasi it's based on the closing price, no? Tapos titingnan nila, no? So anong target price, especially mga brokers. But the problem with issuing a buy rating sa mga brokers, it's too late, eh, no? When they already started writing a report, yun yung sign ko to start selling because everyone has that already. Jerwaan, agree with you, may disclosure na. I sell Relesio, Abanilla, Everson, Yonko Shacks, Rudy Salvatierra, Michael, Jennifer, JDN, Ray Toledo, Oliver Wendell Co, ERC, JR Frialde. Again, thank you very much for listening. Bye.